What is up, everybody? This is Jumpin here, and today I'm going to be bringing you another Mass Effect 3 gameplay commentary. Today I'm going to be using one of my new builds. This is my Quarian male Claymore build, Infiltrator. Very, very powerful and extremely fun, and extremely broken as well. I know I say everything's broken, but this is pretty broken. Alright, for the Claymore I'm going to be using Smart Choke and Extended Barrel. Pretty standard in my opinion for an Infiltrator. Now for the cloak, I'm going to go for damage. You know, that's pretty standard as well. Then recharge speed, and there's no reason to get bonus power. I'm not going to be using another power, so just leave that at, 5. Now for tactical scan, I only get the first 3 in the tactical scan. I really don't like this power that much, but it is good against bosses, and that's really the only time I use it. Also with arc grenades are, now this is the broken part, arc grenades are amazing. So I go for damage, max grenade, and I'm going to go for armor piercing. Armor piercing is good because it makes it more versatile against like Reaper enemies and stuff, and just a lot more enemies. But in my opinion, when it comes down to killing enemies the fastest, shield overload is way better. If you are playing against Geth a lot or Cerberus a lot, this is definitely the way to go. And if you don't really ever play against Reapers, this is definitely the way to go because it really makes it so that you can one-hit kill most enemies with these arc grenades. And if not one-hit kill, you're going to at least two-hit kill them consistently. Alright, now for the Quarian Defender, I'm going to go for damage and capacity. I like this a little bit better for the recharge time and also just the grenade power. You could go for weapons damage because it is a Claymore build. So, why not? The Claymore has so much weapons damage that would increase it by quite a bit. But like I said, I just like the grenade power to be stronger. Same with the power damage, that's going to increase my grenades. And then finally, weapons damage, pretty standard. Now I really like this guy's shields, so in his fitness, I just go for all shields. He gets more shields than most standard infiltrators, so that's pretty nice. But, you might think that you could go for tactical scan. I personally like it better to go for the fitness because I'm using a shotgun close range. Alright, for my equipment, I'm going to be using Armor Piercing 2, Shield Booster 2, Grenade Capacity 1, and Shotgun Rail Amp. Now, one thing about this grenade capacity, this thing is like hands down the best equipment, new equipment in the entire game. It gives you +1 grenade at 1, and then +2 at 2, and you get the idea, and it goes up to 5. So it's going to be +5 at 5. That's insane. That meaning that this guy would have 8 grenades. And after you see this gameplay, just imagine if I had 8 grenades, because this is going to be really, really, really ridiculous. Okay, so today we're going to be playing Firebase Hydra, and it's going to be Geth Gold, so that's pretty awesome. I don't really upload Geth too much, and I decided to go ahead and upload a Geth gameplay because of that. But yeah, like I said, so this build is extremely effective. These arc grenades are hands down amazing, and now with the 2 new maps and Ghost and Hydra, meaning that you can get 2 grenades out the boxes consistently. If you play on any of those maps, yeah, this guy is so godly because of the amount of grenades. Now right away, boom, kill streak. I mean, it's ridiculous. That's literally how quick you can get kill streaks with these things. Now, what's amazing about these, especially against Geth, is that if you're playing with Solarians or any type of tech characters, if these grenades can detonate tech bursts. And when I say detonate a tech burst, I mean these things can detonate a tech burst, and it's pretty much like the strongest tech burst that you can pretty much get in the game if you detonate with these grenades. I mean, just look at this. Look at the feed. It's just me killing everything. And like I said, these also work very well against Cerberus. The other thing too is that because of the armor piercing, they really do work well against Reapers as well. So like I said, it's really up to you which path you want to go. If you want to go for shield overload, I mean, literally these things could kill. Now watch this. This is going to be awesome. I'm going to chuck all these nades across the map, and boom, 2nd kill streak. That's amazing. Yeah, that's just pretty much what these things do. They're hands down ridiculous. And the Claymore is a lot of fun to play on this class, mainly because there's really no other power but Cloak, so you don't have to really worry about power recharge too much. But there is one thing about this Claymore, is that if you're going to try this, I highly recommend you learn how to reload cancel very effectively like I can. If you look, you'll see me constantly reload cancel this thing, and it makes it so the amount of shots I can get out it's going to be like pretty much twice as fast, maybe even 3 times as fast. So that's something to think about. Now, I have a video which is a tutorial video about how to reload cancel, especially with an infiltrator. So I'm going to go ahead and put a link in the description and give you that video. That video is really not that popular, surprisingly to me. So, you know, if you don't know how to reload cancel properly, just watch that video and I'll explain exactly how to do it. Alright, so now we're going to get this hack. Now, against Geth, this hack is definitely, you know, one of the worst. Most landing pad hacks are really bad in the game, and this one is hands down probably one of the worst ones on this map. And against Geth, it's extremely annoying, just because of the fact that, you know, I mean, they're Geth and they're just gonna swarm you so bad, and it's really stupid. But right here, I'm gonna go ahead and get me some more nades. As you can see, like, you know, when I actually start shooting the Claymore at the enemies, I can like mow them down like so quick. This gun is really, you know, this is definitely one of the most amazing guns for an infiltrator in the entire game, and probably one of the most amazing guns in the entire game. So, you know, when it comes down to it, like I said, this build is very effective just because any large groups of enemies that you come across, you can easily take out with the grenades. And then any boss level enemy or any enemy that you just need to clean up, one shot of this gun will kill. Like, you know, no matter really what, like no matter what enemy it is and stuff. So it's pretty nice. Alright, we're about to get the hack done, so I decided to go ahead and start collecting grenades now. And you know, like, that's just a pretty good idea. Now, one thing they did recently with the patch is that it's really stupid. I hate the fact they did this, but what they have done is that if you have an upload, if you are outside the upload, if you kill things, like, the experience is going to pop up, but it's actually not going to give you experience. So I don't know why they did that. Like, that's really stupid to me, because I understand, actually I know why they did it. It's because they didn't like the idea of people like not being in the upload. That makes sense, but my problem with it is that sometimes you have to, like, you know, get out the upload, you know, just even legitly, like you have to, just to, you know, like readjust yourself. And now that you can't do that, well, you can do it, but you're just not, it's gonna be wasted experience if you stay out the upload. So I mean, I don't know, like, this is how I feel. You know, I think that was one of the things that was like pretty stupid. Okay, now one problem with this build is that you might find yourself spamming your grenades way too much, but you know, like, if you are pretty consistent, like, you just gotta know routes around the map. Like, you have to really, when you're using something that is a grenade carrier and you're going to be spamming grenades the whole time, this is definitely, like, you know, you need to know your you know, ways around the map, just to go from ammo box to ammo box and spawn to spawn to pretty much, you know, kill everything and to consistently get the grenades back. And if you do all that right, then yeah, you'll have an amazing game, because grenades are hands down like some of the best things in this game. Like, power wise, you know, they're very strong, they have big radius, and they're really easy to get multi kills and even kill streaks with. So, you know, it's pretty awesome. Unfortunately, these grenades are not counted as tech power. Well, they're not technically counted as a tech power, so they will not give you tech kills, and I kind of hate that idea, because these are totally tech grenades. And you know, if lift grenades are, you know, bionic, or if, you know, clusters are that, then these should be definitely tech, because there's no tech grenade in the entire game. So, you know, I guess it's very unfortunate they didn't do that, but you know, I guess it really doesn't matter much. Okay, so right here, I actually just popped an amp. Now, of course, the thing that makes this so overpowered as well is the fact that you're gonna have your, you know, thermal clips, and if you use one of them, you're gonna get all your grenades back, and that's amazing. The other thing too about it is that you gotta think about what happens when you have +8 grenades. You know, let's say you get your grenade capacity new equipment to level 5, and you have 8 grenades, and then, you know, all of a sudden you just use a thermal pack and you have 8, you know, you just chuck 8 nades at, like, you know, boss level enemies, and then you just pop a thermal pack and chuck 8 more. It's insane. Like, that would be absolutely insane. So yeah, that's just the thing. Like, I don't know, like, that equipment is literally going to be a real, they're gonna have to nerf it, because once people get level 5 of that equipment, yeah, you're going to, you know, potentially never be able to get a kill in a game, because if someone's running around with grenades like this, and they have like just an infinite amount of grenades, then yeah, you know, you're they're just gonna spam them, and it's going to be ridiculous. So that was a very, I think that that was a very dumb equipment that they added to the game. You know, like to me, like a lot of people always say, like, you know, it's a non-competitive game. Like, what does it matter? Like, and that's true. It is a non-competitive game. But you know, the idea of this, you know, when people play this game, including myself, and I'm sure a lot of other people, you want to have fun, and to a lot of people, the only thing that's fun is killing the enemies. You know, it's not fun like sitting in an upload. Well, the uploads are okay, but you know, getting devices and carrying a stupid backpack now on your back, that's not really fun. What's fun is just, you know, running around and just murdering enemies, shooting people. That's what's fun. So, you know, if you take that away by having some jackass who just is going to run around with grenades the whole time and kill everything, and you really don't have to do anything. I mean, that's really what's going to boil down to, is that you will not have to do like anything in a game, that someone is able to, you know, have 8 of these arc grenades on this infiltrator, or really 8 cluster grenades or whatever it's going to be. Like, you know, it could be any type of grenade, but I mean, you're also talking about 9 frag grenades on human soldiers. Like, that would be very insane if they had 9 frag grenades. You know, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to think of it yet. I haven't seen anyone have level 5 of that yet, and you know, I don't have it, so I really can't judge it. But yeah, I know there's got to be people out there who probably already do. You know, there's a lot of people who just have absolutely no life, and they have like 80 million credits saved up from, like, you know, I don't know, for like ever. So if they, you know, just bought all this stuff, then yeah, they could have potentially had all the new equipment maxed out. So I don't know. Apparently, I also hear that the new equipment is like really weird, because, and I think it's true, is that you actually are more likely to get a N7 blacklisted weapon than you are to get like a gold new equipment. And it very, you know, it definitely feels that way, because I never get them when I buy packs, and I should definitely be getting them. It would make the most sense. So it is kind of weird that you don't get them. All right, so right here we're gonna kill this prime. As you can tell, we're really not having much problems this game. We're pretty much rolling through it pretty easily. And gold is definitely, like, you know, you can definitely beat gold a lot faster now because of the whole wave starting quicker thing, which I kind of like that. I kind of do. I think that it does speed up the game, and it, you know, it makes it not last as long. That's a good thing. But the only thing I don't like is that, you know, sometimes you can't set up properly, or you can't get your grenades back, you know, as much. So, you know, there is some downsides to it just as much as there's plus sides. Alright, so right here I'm going to chuck all these nades and just kill everything over there. You know, and it's just ridiculous. It's amazing. Like, I love the arc grenades, in my opinion, right now are probably the best grenades in the game. And that's like hands down. Now, they're the best only on this infiltrator, because when you're an infiltrator, you know, you pretty much, you know, you get 90% more power damage from cloak. So that's really like the secret. Now, you know, and the radius on these grenades are the biggest in the game. So that's the other thing. So getting like multiple kills with them, like for kill streaks and multi kills and stuff, is extremely easy. Like, it's extremely easy to do it, because, you know, if you see a group of like 2 or 3 enemies, you throw one grenade, you're pretty guaranteed that you're going to hit them all. And if you throw like 2 or 3 grenades, then you're going to kill them all. So, like, you know, that's just kind of how it works, and it's amazing. So, like I said, like, this is definitely one of my favorite builds in the game. Probably right now my favorite infiltrator build, but that fluctuates a lot, and I'm sure you guys might know that by now. You know, the reason why it fluctuates and stuff is because of and right here, that was a total accident. I did not mean to freaking use that dumb pull out my rocket or whatever. But like I said, you know, it fluctuates because it really depends. Like, for me, when it comes down to playing with characters and stuff, I play with every single one, and this is really bullshit right here. I could not pick him up for nothing, so I just told him to get up, and I went for Black Yuki, because that just happens sometimes where you can't pick people up, and it makes no freaking sense, and you're standing right over, and you're looking, like, at them, or, you know, it's whatever. But anyway, but like I was saying, is to say, I play with every character, so at times, you know, my favorite character will change a lot. It just depends on like really the mood I'm in and how much I'm enjoying them. Like that's just how what it is. And right now, this infiltrator is my favorite infiltrator, and the Claymore on this infiltrator is just too much fun to pass up. So, all right, so right here, I believe Chilincus is just going to go ahead and bleed out because this is going to be pretty much the last enemy of this wave. And I believe this was wave 7, so you know we're pretty much rolling through this pretty quickly. You know, but anyway, guys. Here's the thing: is that yeah, like I'm gonna continue to make new builds for these new characters and stuff. Like I mean, like obviously, as you can see, like this is definitely a lot different from the other one I had because I was using a sniper rifle on this guy, which I guess you could technically use a sniper rifle because of the whole, like, if you wanted to try this whole build where you don't use tactical scan for real, I mean, I do like tactical scan though. I'm not gonna just outright and say I hate it, but it has its uses. Like if you go for area scan on it, it is extremely effective. Like it gives everyone like hunter mode, and that is really cool. But the downside to tactical scan is that it just takes, in my opinion, it just takes way too long to turn on. Like it takes the animation of it is like 1.5 seconds, and the recharge time is like 1.5 seconds. So pretty much, a 1.5 second recharging power is actually taking like 3 seconds because of because of what it is like. So that's really annoying to me. And I wouldn't recommend just like running around and like you could with bonus power like cloak and just scan everything and like help you and your teammates out a lot. But to me, I just think it's way more effective and way better and fast. I like to play fast pace. I really do. And because I like to play fast pace, like this is the way I like to play, where it's just like I'm just cloaking, I'm chucking grenades, I'm shooting them with my gun. Like that's like really what I'm doing. I'm not like sitting there scanning every enemy before I shoot them, because you don't really need to scan every enemy. It is nice if you have area to scan for you and your teammates, but at least for me, like I don't ever really have a problem knowing where the enemies are on the map. I pretty much just either like I don't know how to describe it, but I kind of like sense it in a way. Like I just know where they are. Like I just run to the right spots because I maybe played the game enough to like just know it by heart now, like where they're going to consistently spawn. Right here, I'm just gonna go in and rocket that. I was pretty confident those were gonna be the last 2 primes of the wave, so why not? Right here, I'm just gonna chuck some grenades, and yeah, there we go. But yeah, here's the thing. So, like, I don't know, like, it's amazing. I'm a little lost right now, to be honest. But yeah, no, I'm watching this gameplay, and it's amazing. Like this is gonna be a really shitty rocket. Yeah, really shitty rocket. But I mean, here's the thing, guys, is that you can definitely like like in these later waves, like wave 9 and maybe not 10, but definitely wave 9, you should definitely run around and try to, if you see a big group of enemies, and I'm talking about a huge group, like like a kill streak group, take a rocket out and kill them. Even if you have all the kill streaks, it really, I have gotten literally every kill streak this game for my team just from the grenades. But if I've seen a huge group, I'm gonna rocket it just so that it makes it easier and shorter. The thing you need to do on gold consistently is try to kill the enemies. And when I say the enemies, I don't really mean the bosses. The bosses are going to come back non-stop. But if you can kill all the pyros and the hunters and these rocket troopers, then yeah, you're going to not have any problems for real. Now what will screw you is if you are running around trying to just focus on the primes first. If you focus on the primes first, that can be effective, depending on like how fast you can kill them. But if you can't kill them fast, yeah, you're gonna get swarmed, you're gonna get flanked, you're gonna get fucked. It's just, that's pretty much the way you can just think of it. Like that is what will consistently happen, unfortunately. So the best thing to do is to kind of like, for the most part, say fuck the primes. Like let the primes do their thing, and I'm going to run around and I'm going to kill everything else, because once everything else is dead, then I can take out, the 1 prime or the 2 primes, and I won't have to worry about them respawning anyway. And I don't, when I fight them, I don't have to worry about a hunter coming up behind me, screwing me, or a pyro coming up behind me, or a rocket trooper just sniping me from across the map, like murdering me. So that's a very, that's very important. And like, as you can see, like, I think right here, we're pretty much, I believe we might be down to like the last 2 enemies, which actually maybe not, but we are definitely getting close to, killing all the regular enemies. And once you kill them, then you can tell, because the primes are going to be the only thing left. So, and as you can tell, this build can definitely kill bosses extremely quickly. These arc grenades can take off the shield of a boss so fast, and because of armor piercing, it will do like a decent amount of damage to armor. And then once that's done, then yeah, this Claymore, like 1 or 2 shots of this Claymore will just drop them. So, that's just something, that's awesome about this build. Like I said, it's probably my favorite infiltrator build as of right now. I still really like the Solarian, but I don't know, like, this is, in my opinion, a lot of fun. And for the most part, like, I wouldn't say it's better, but it's definitely very consistent compared to like that new sniper, because I really hate that new sniper. I mean, I cannot stand it. Now right here, like, there's so many freaking dumb hunters, and unfortunately I was not able to get Shalinkas up, and I hate that. That happens way too much. And I mean, when you can be screwed. You can definitely be screwed. Now right here, I could have got Yugi up, but I decided not to, because I knew that more than likely that was the last of the enemies. I had the grenades, so I was like, F it, I'm just going to chuck my nades at him and just, regroup and let him bleed out, because I know for a fact I can take out this prime in a matter of like just seconds, from the scan and the, from the scan and everything, and then the grenades and everything. Like, this guy has no chance. Like, he's just going to be screwed. So, and yeah, there you go. Boom, he's already dead. Yeah, so this is going to be Wave 10 coming up here, and Wave 10 against Geff is, I don't really think it's super, super hard. Like, it's not like Wave 10 against Cerberus, but it's definitely can be somewhat hard, because the main thing they've done with this new Geff thing is they've added 3 primes. And yeah, 3 primes are pretty ridiculous, I'm not going to lie. Depending on like what's your objective, like, our objective right now is to sit in the landing pad, which, like I said before, this is a very, very bad like hack in the game. So like, we're gonna consistently have the 3 primes spawning like really close to us and just blowing us away. But the main thing you have to do if you want to like try to stay alive is just take cover and just stay in cover. Like, that's literally, I'm just gonna sit in cover for a long time in this upload, and every once in a while I'll get my grenades back, and I'll just keep sniping them with the Claymore, because this Claymore can snipe enemies very easily. And I'm gonna go ahead and shoot a rocket right here. Then after a while you should definitely shoot a rocket. And then I just used my last thermal pack, and now I'm just gonna go ahead and start spamming my nades. Yeah, but overall, like I said, it's Wave 10 against Geff. It's not that hard, because the primes are definitely a pain, but they actually, I think they decreased the amount of like hunters and pyros or something. So, and that, once again, what a stupid and like retarded rocket. Like, that was a terrible rocket. But that happened because of that actually happened because of like, they walked in front of me, and that it just happened. All right, so it's gonna be wave 11. It's gonna be our extraction wave right here. For this map, I generally recommend this side of the map, or at least that one room down there. But I'm not gonna immediately go down there, because I'm gonna try to get some grenades. Now, unfortunately, one of the guys we were playing with, my buddy Supreme, he doesn't have a mic, and I don't think he heard me. And he's going to be on the wrong side of the map by himself. So, the best thing to do, though, like I said, is just to post up where, like, pretty much where Black Yuki is now. But because of what happened with Supreme, I don't even think we're going to really stay in that area this game. But in general, this is definitely a place you want to post up, because I don't think Supreme has meta gels. And guys, if you don't have any meta gels, if you're out of meta gels, you need to just buy jumbo equipment packs. Like, I do that all the time. Like, if I run low on equipment, I'll just buy. I guess what it is that people, they really want the new stuff, or they want blacklisted weapons, so they just ignore, like, taking the time to just go ahead and buy nothing but, equipment packs. When in fact, you really should buy a lot of equipment packs consistently, especially when you run low. You don't want to be in a game and not be able to get yourself up at times. You want to beat it, or at least you want to get to wave 10 to get money. And you're not going to be able to do that when you can't get yourself up. It's just what it is. Alright, right there I had terrible accuracy. Could not hit that thing to save my life. But as you can tell, like, we're pretty much, like, it's boiling down now. It's pretty much almost over. But yeah, this guy, this Quarian male infiltrator is just awesome. He is definitely awesome. Out of all the new characters, in a lot of ways, he's probably the best one, just because he's an infiltrator. The Fortress really good, as you know, and the new Vanguard and X-Servers guys are cool as hell. So I don't know. Alright, so we just got full extraction, and it's like pretty what's up. Pretty good game, I thought. I really hoped you guys got to see how ridiculous the arc grenades are, especially on the infiltrator. And I hope you liked my build. So, but besides that, guys, please comment, please like, please subscribe, and like always, have a nice day.